Hello world. Just checking in today, this evening. Checking in. Wanted to talk a little bit today about credit and what credit can do for you. For those of us out there who struggles with having credit, good credit. Did you know that credit is better than money? If you have credit, you can do and get and have anything you want. How do I get good credit? Somebody may ask that. Well, you got to work at it. Anybody with credit scores in the low to 500s to mid 600s, you're going to pay higher prices than somebody with a score of 700 or better. 650, you're kind of getting in there a little bit. And you can probably find some good deals, but that's really not acceptable. We need to be above 7. Everybody, all the people, we need to be above 7. You get the best interest rates, the best deals, the best yada yada yada, whatever it is, right? It gives you buying power. I would suggest to anybody who doesn't know where you are as far as your credit, don't know what to do, that you pull your credit report. And you should check on your credit report. There are free credit reports once a year you can get from Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You can get a free one every year. But on your credit report, you want to make sure it's accurate. I mean, the spelling of your name is accurate. I mean, the information reporting is accurate. Any inaccurate information on there, it doesn't even matter if the balance, whatever it is, you can try to dispute it. Dispute it. There are credit, what is those agencies called? Credit repair agencies. There are some good ones out there. Do I know any off the top of my head? I don't. But there are credit repair agencies that you can go to that will help somebody with less than substantial credit to help get it improved. And yes, they do charge a fee to get it done. Or you can dispute it yourself. Okay? There's applications or a lot of apps out there that you can use to kind of monitor your credit. Okay, credit card companies now, if you have a credit card, they will put your credit score on the bottom, like I think mine does, like the bottom left hand side of my screen or something, and then you can refresh it and update it and see where you stand. Okay. But I just want everybody to start working on their credit so that we have more buying power. I know jobs right now is kind of scarce, and there's, what they say, over 40 million people or something like that unemployed. Remember when I was talking about self-sufficiency? You don't have a job, people, it's time to create a job. Our great creator, he created this earth. This world started with creation. Be creative. I don't care if you gotta go sell barbecue dinners if a barbershop is open. You know, at whatever, if you do have a job, sometimes people will buy something from your job. I don't know what they're doing now with this whole COVID thing, but there is ways to be creative. There's ways. Just be creative. Whatever your talent is. Maybe if you're an artist or have some artistry, or you can do paintings or something like that. I know sometimes I look for good paintings, and most paintings nowadays is abstract art. A lot of them are. But I like African art. I like different art. I don't like just abstract art. I think I would love somebody that knows how to draw something in black and white, to draw like a figure of a male or a female in black and white. I have art on my wall now. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, what you like, you know, if you're an artist. Music. Make music, send it somebody. I don't know, download it. Whatever it is that you can do. You know, everybody may not have or think that they have a talent, but within inside of you, you know what you are able and not able to do. Maybe school is out and kids haven't been back to school. Maybe you can do tutoring. Maybe you can help people. These moms nowadays, they homeschooling their kids and they trying to work. Maybe somebody's willing to pay for you to go and be that teacher during the day or babysit during the day, so that those who are still working can still work. So that might be a thing. But anyway, with the credit, we need buying power. We need to be able to buy whatever it is, real estate, buildings, if you want to start a business of, what is it called? A actual structural type business, not, you know, a virtual business. And some virtual businesses, there's money too that you gotta put into those. But we need to work on credit. And I don't mean if you have a car, for example. I do love cars, and before my time is up, I would probably get a car of my dreams. Not gonna tell the story. Right, real. While I'm working on my dreams, I don't have to have the most expensive car out there. I don't need it. I need to get from A to B. No, nobody wants to drive in something that's not going to be reliable. We all want something that's reliable. But as soon as you drive off a car lot, that expensive car that you wanted is no longer that expensive. It becomes a moot point. You know, it starts to depreciate as soon as you drive off the lot. Staying updated on the latest fashions. Yes, I love clothes. I love makeup. Everybody has a vice that you really, really love. But you don't have to stay up always on the latest fashion buying the highest end. Okay? You can look nice and fake it till you make it. Until you get to where you gotta go. But hit your credit. Hit your credit and hit your credit hard. You should not be carrying, if you have a credit card, more than 20-30% of your balance on your credit card. So if you got monthly subscriptions, maybe that's what you'll let go on there and keep it paid down to zero, and then just let the monthly subscriptions go on there. But do not use your credit cards just haphazardly, assuming that people have credit cards. Loans. If you need to get out of debt, you can take a small loan if it's going to help you pay it off faster. But you remember, who was it? It was Dave Ramsey who did the snowball effect. He's the one that created that. And what that is, to help people pay down their debt easier. And what that is, say for example, you have a car loan, a personal loan, a couple of credit cards, and something else. Well, what you do is like you'll even out the payments. The one with the lowest balance or the lowest interest rate, whichever one, the lowest balance, right? The one you can pay off the fastest, you spend the bulk of the money on that one, and the other ones you pay like smaller payments, right? You get that small one paid off because you're taking the bulk of that the large payment that you were paying on that one, and what you'll do is you'll transfer it to the next one with the lowest interest rate or the lower balance. Once that one's paid off, you take the money that you were paying for those two, and you take that total sum, and then you pay off the third thing with the lowest interest rate or the lowest balance. And you keep going until you are out of debt. And hence, your credit scores should go up. Okay? So, I don't want to always be on here preachy-teachy, but I think we're making a movement, and I want us to be prepared. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, every single way that there is to be prepared. Okay? When you find your way to make your money, whatever your income is going to be, because we got to have income in order to make it. Like I said before, it doesn't matter, you know, if you're good, you're still going to owe somebody something, right? It don't matter if it's a utility bill or whatever it is. You're still going to owe somebody something. So once you find out what your actual niche is, you keep doing that. And once you see the profit or the benefit of that, you keep doing that. If that works, do it over and over and over and over. And tweaking here and there where you need to tweak. Right? The average person that is financially free has more than one source of income. We all need more than one source of income. Okay? I'm working on multiple sources of income. Right now, I have 4. And I plan on having more. So it's building gradually, developing, and going at this thing together, guys. We just go together. Get it all done. Where are we at? What's our path we gonna be on? You know I like to talk about paths. What is the path? What is the goal? The end goal is to be as free as we possibly can be. If you decide because we all got to get older and we all got to retire, what you do in your 20s determine what happens in your 30s. What you do in your 30s determine what happens to you in your 40s. What you do in your 40s depends on what happens to you in your 50s. You get it? And the 50s, the 60s. So let's be encouraging. Let's prosper. Build up our credit. Decrease our debt. Be creative. Even if you got a job, find another job that you can do when you ain't at your original job. If you are a guy or a man, like I said before, and you are a carpenter or you are an electrician or whatever it is, do that stuff on the side. There's always, especially, they say single women, African American women are 70% of us are in what, single parent households or something like that, you know. Well, if that is the case, those women need good, reliable, resourceful handyman. It's because majority of the time, if you are in a one-person household in the United States of America, you are trying to make things come together the best you can. And you have to count your coins. If you are a single male, you still have to count your coins. Because if you do get in a relationship, most women are going to want a gentleman with something going on for themselves. And most men, are going to want a woman that is able to have something going on for themselves. And nobody wants to be with anybody when they're not bringing equal to the table. Yes, you will have a helpmate that can probably help pull you up. And some of them, people will do that, help pull the other person up. But if your finances are so far out of control, most people don't want to, some people may not want to take on, I'm going to say most, because I don't want to speak for everybody, may not want to take on that burden. I would rather have somebody in my life with no debt and no credit. And when I say no credit, I mean because they don't have no debt. I don't mean because they got a lot of debt and credit is crazy and jacked up. That's what I teach my kids. So credit is very important. It is very much needed. Do I agree with the way it always works? I don't. But we need to stack cash for a rainy day and get that creative income coming in. Because God knows most people are a paycheck away from poverty. Right? And even if somebody has good credit, guess what? That one paycheck away from poverty, something happens, it's all gone. It's all gone. Everything you worked hard for is all gone. So no, I don't agree with the way they make the system do, because it takes 7 years to get that nonsense off of you. So it's good to have good practices and good habits. Good practices and good habits. So on those rainy days, on those hard days, you got what you need for you and your family to be self-sufficient and to make it. All right, beautiful people. And with that, I'm going to say, have a great rest of your day, a great evening, a great night. I hope you're enjoying your dinner and your breakfast. You'll enjoy it in the morning. May we all rest well at night and wake up tomorrow in peaceful, broad daylight. How about it? All right. Catch you later, my kings and queens, and we will chat. If you like what you're hearing or you're seeing on my channel so far, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on your notifications down below. Thanks everybody, and once again,